In this video, you will learn about the execution capabilities of the KNIME Business Hub. More specifically, you will learn how to execute and deploy workflows on the KNIME Business Hub. You will learn what the different deployment options are and how to configure deployment settings common for all the deployment types. You can execute and deploy workflows on KNIME Business Hub using its execution resources. To execute and deploy workflows on the KNIME Business Hub, a team needs to have an execution context. Execution context provides execution resources with configured settings, defining the required hardware and version of the KNIME Analytics platform. A number of different execution contexts can be created by a team admin and owned by a team. For a one-time ad hoc execution of a workflow, for example for testing, on the workflow page, click the Run button. In the ad hoc execution menu, configure the execution context, the workflow actions and the configuration options, and click the Run button. The workflow will be executed immediately, and the new execution will be created in the section Ad hoc executions on the workflow page. You can see the execution result and the status in the newly opened browser tab. Once you developed, tested, uploaded, and versioned your workflow, you are ready to deploy it. KNIME Business Hub allows you to deploy workflows as data apps, automated schedules, REST services, and triggers. The deployment settings can be edited after creation. To create the deployment, make sure you version the workflow at least once. Then, on the workflow page, click the Deploy button, select the deployment type, and click the Create button. In the newly opened menu, for all the deployment types, configure the following: deployment name, version, and the execution context. The workflow actions, for example, you can set up an email notification in case the workflow fails or executes successfully, configuration options, if your workflow has configuration nodes, and, if needed, the advanced settings. Next, configure the settings special to the selected type of deployment and click the Create button. Once you created a deployment, you can see it on the workflow page under Deployments. In addition, on a team page, the section Deployments lists all the deployments available for this team. From both locations, you can edit or delete the deployment. All the deployments created by the team can be accessed by all the team members. Service and data app type of deployments can be shared with consumers who don't need to be team members. To share a deployment, you should be either the deployment creator or a team admin. Select the deployment and click on the three dots menu and select Manage Access. In the newly opened menu, you can decide to share with any signed-in user or only with the users selected in this menu. To share with the selected users, add the usernames in this field. In this video, you have learned about the execution capabilities of the KNIME Business Hub and about common deployment settings.